I would give a demo of my new project, um, and how it looks like at this state. So we have this main window after the program has loaded, and we have a background map, a user location indicator. We have the option to select other maps. We have some basic layers that's visible from the start, and we have the special name day for Sweden, and we have a home button, uh, and the program comes with a configuration file where you can enter the coordinates for where you want your home or like quick teleport to be. So mine is in Kalmar. And then we have the like Security Council of Sweden and its warnings. And then we have an analysis part. And if you in the config has set to true, this will gather data for the points of GeoJSON file that has coordinates, e.g. points for where you want to analyze. And then it's gather data for those points like humidity, wind, time, etc. Some constant values and some variables, variable values. And then it stores that uh, in the in a database file that you as a user can access, and then you can use this button to run some hill climb and other analysis and get results in a folder. And then we have this top bar here with the time, the toggle rendering, so you can pause the rendering using F12 or Fn plus F12 if you're on Windows. And I assume you are, because this the program is only built for Windows currently. And then there is the CRS, which is the like type of projection of the world we have here. And then we have a height estimate, um, which basically follows the height relation to the viewport width and is calibrated with helicopter images where you can see the altitude meter, e.g. the height, and the actual like viewing at the same time, and then that's corresponded to this and set into the formula, and the like outermost uh, height is corresponded to the like Earth center bow formula thing. And then we have specific 2D maps we can choose from territories. Right now there's just a few maps. So this was a territory called New Sweden in the Americas. And then you can choose in Sweden, and then by century, but there's quite a few that's available, and then for specific parts of Sweden. And here you can see the time zone, and here the map resolution, and here the current viewport area. And here is airports, and you have this function, meaning point layer if it's like that, and polygon if it's like that. And blue meaning it's not, it's either on a polygon or it's near, but not exactly on a point. Um, and green means it's currently on that. And then for some layers, there's more specific information, like here. And we can get tooltips for some of them. And then we have the like orientation, so we can swift that, and we will see it will tilt with that. Then we have some basic zooms corresponding to this zoom level. And then we have some simple tools like measure area. Oh wait, maybe the recording. No, oh yeah, okay, I took area, that's why. So we should have, yeah, and we have distance here then, period, right? So we can see the distance. And that's Haver's sign, a formula to measure distance. And then we have some wind, like parks or windmill thing, whatever you call it. And we can toggle that. And then we have water cleaning things also. And then we see the RAM, which is quite big, and then the frames per second, and then the like digital pixels per inch, like pixels per inch, and then the CPU and the GPU of the computer, like the processors. And then we have some external maps. This is to ships, and this is to airs live, and this is to the Riksantikvarieämbetet in Swedish, which is like council to record and investigate old stuff like graves and former buildings and castles or whatever that's gone by now, but archaeologically like still there. And then we have this, which is the species database of Sweden. And then we have the options to add own points where we want them, and we can add a note to them. And then we have options to collect more data of specific types. And we also have the mine that, but that's currently not working since I haven't got the authority level to do a request to mine that to get the stone and mineral information from them. And then there's this external map also called Storyterra, which is a map of the world that shows like movies and such, and where they are like recorded. And then we have the longitude and latitude and the resolution of the viewport. So every pixel right now is like 1,000 or 1 kilometer. And then we have the 3D button, which I can show later, that switches from the 2D map to a 3D map, which is cesium in this case. And then we have the settings window, and we have various layers that we can add. For example, we can add some here, and here is the glaciers, here is railroad, here is train stations. Maybe we shouldn't like overload it. Here is harbors, churches, fossils from the PBDB database, golf places, and etymology to places, football fields, and such. And here we can measure like an approximate habitat efficiency. If you like measure that as the connectivity of forest, which is based on laser data, and then it's basically retrieves an area from a larger raster. It's called like a box shaped grid, and we take those boxes around where we click. And then we have the basic log window that tells us what happens. Uh, so maybe now we can change the viewport to update it. So here we see like railroads now, and we see these EBH, which is if you have a company and you do something that like in some part makes the soil or so like infected by chemicals, that's like one of these zones then. Okay, maybe we should so here's like it says the species, turn that off, and right now it doesn't really remember what we have, but that will be improved. Uh, yeah, um, and then we also have this common this feature, but haven't added any geometries to it. But if someone does a studies in this area, we can make a shape of that area, and then the user can search for tags, and if that tags given to this research in this area, it will show. Um, but I guess the main feature is like this click pipe, pipe meaning like execution pathway, I guess. So if we click like here, where I am, and turn off the add points, um, so and that's the mind that we have to fix. So we will see it will load here, and it will take longer times if we have these requests too. So what we get here is three outputs. One with museum things for the area around where we clicked, and we get a fixed, yeah, like there was just these hits. But otherwise we will get a limit of like 20 maximum. And then we got Instagram posts from this city or proximity, rather the closest city uh, hashtag, and then we got the most popular of them showing for us. Um, and then we got the like main result. Uh, or, no, but I haven't added this area thing yet. But you can see here is the country code, the region, the like sub-region, its code, its area, its number of sub like sub regions, the number of people per square kilometer, the average age, the median age, the number of foreign-born, number of households, number of people died in traffic per 100,000 people, number of average driving miles per car, per motorcycle, etc., etc. Number of newly registered benzene, I don't know, diesel cars, electric cars, number of cats from 2025, number of dogs, number of horses. This is like older data. And the different parts of harvest and the production of electricity as far as it known, and some disease for the area. And then for the sub area, so this was like the larger area, and this it's like one step smaller area, and its code and number of crimes of specific types, the like insurance average payout, um, more disease counts, um, and then we got a smaller area type, its code, and even smaller and even smaller, and some local data there, like the postcodes and the nuts ED of like low level, not CD is like European, I think, or maybe worldwide. Um, Geographic area identification code. Uh, and then we have geological data, quite a lot, and like sub sub earth water storages and its type, and like the geology of the area. And we have some like distances to some biogeographical things, and we have like the current biogeographic region, if it's a nature reserve or not, some about how many classes, like based on satellite data we have of type of landscape, or rather habitats. Then we have the infrastructure, so it's identified a road, but couldn't find a road number, but it's like speed limit, the closest airports and the distance to that, the closest harbor, no wind crafts in 2 kilometers, no nuclear crafts. The closest um, well, that's like measured and reported the distance to that and the depth of that, and then churches and distance to that, and then fire stations and distance to that, and some information about nearby electrical, like conducting things like power towers and power cables. Um, and then we have distance to healthcare, and then we have weather. So the distance to the station where the information is gathered from, the temperature, the wind direction, the air humidity, and then a calculated value for the amount of water in the air, and then the air pressure, the different clouds level in the air, like how high up, or maybe we don't have that. Yeah, and like how much cloudiness there is in total of low clouds, medium, high clouds, and high clouds. The UV index measured, the calculated sunrise and the sunset, how much unshadow is amplified, uh, related to the object, so how much longer it will be than the object. The moon's distance, the geocentric distance, the antipode point, like if I am here, what is on the exactly opposite place of Earth. Then we have the moon phase, some air quality measures, and then we have pollen data, which is quite um, insufficient, maybe we would say. Like it's based on, if any, very few like actual measurements, and like maybe like if I report uh, I have this pollen allergy and it's severe today, then like that may affect that. And we have distance to coast, direction to coast, distance to closest river, and direction to closest river, and the closest point of the river relative to where we clicked. And then we have like some physical properties calculated based on position and weather data, and the moon height and the sun height. And then we have the highest ground maximum temperature of 2023, 2024, 2025 for this place, which was 32 degrees Celsius. And then we have a rough estimate of the hill shade, like the uneventy of the ground and its direction. And then we have the so-called water district, the administrative water place. And then we have a rough estimate of how much is land and sweet water. And this is quite like rough pixels for this, which means that like smaller ponds will not count, and therefore the land will be quite overestimated. And then we have reported species within 100 meter, and this is mainly from this. Um, but here it was actually no one that had reported. And then we have coordinates in various uh, um, ways to express them. And then we have the contact developer. And for some places, there will be sounds, and then you can press play and hear that recorded sound if it's within our radius. And then we have the ask like AI, but it's not really an AI. It's like if you type a string and it contains a substring, um, that it has to give an answer to, it will like come to that answer. Okay, so maybe we can go to the 3D viewer. So there's also like a 3D viewer and parts to that, and you can choose that. Um, and then there, and then you can take this and view it. So you will see your camera position, and you can use keyboard buttons to move. Uh, so every point, or rather square, is a point from a airplane laser data like reflection. And if you push a point, so here's the Kalmar Castle, and you click Control left click and lucky enough to actually hit the raycast. So it so we should like hit it, but these pixels are like for viewing interest uh, uh, largened. So they actually are like less big, and therefore they will look small. The raycast will not hit them every time. So here we get like coordinates in the real world for this right top of the tower, uh, and it's uh, yeah and notification, and if you this will be removed. Um, yeah, the camera height will get a new line. So, and this height is something wrong, but otherwise it will be correct. Um, and you can like go around this artificial wall, or choose another for another cast or another thing. Um, and then we have the 3D, which might take some time. And you get the developer window. Okay, so uh, yeah, I will check on. Okay, so I think I fixed that. No, I know. Mm, 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 mm. like a fixed now. So here we can see the 3D world is that the height is the camera height in this case. So it's not like it's more height than you would actually see in this um, view. But that's because the assume has a camera with a field of view, which makes the height just the like camera height, not like the view height, in opposition to what we have here in the 2D, which is like the view height. And here we also have the functionality to fly against or along a view. Uh, but right now I just have a short path, but it's basically just a path, a string of points. So you could, for example, add the Sweden's most well-known walking path around the highest mountain in Sweden, and like fly that route, or you can fly an Ironman route, or fly the route of Linnaeus, Carl von Linné, in his journeys in Sweden or outside Sweden, or his disciples, the ones in his fellowship that did travels. But it will basically fly along the route that you have set. I just did a short along the railway here.